Give me 5.
No. I say, Daddy's the best.
They're the best.
Yes. Favorite thing about Katie? She loves me unconditionally. Don't you? Yeah. Yeah. So, no, the favorite thing about Katie, she's my daughter. She's the best.
So, for a parent, hearing your child is going to be born with Down syndrome, that could be a devastating diagnosis, right? Well, not so. For one group of dads from Indianapolis, they started an organization. It's called D.A.D.S, actually. D.A.D.S Appreciating Down Syndrome. They're working to change the narrative. They get together and they celebrate their children and their differences.
My name is Ray, and I am the father of Katie.
I'm Chaz Dretzler, and I'm Luke's father.
My name is John, and I'm Evan's father.
Get up here, straight on, up there. There you go.
I first went to D.A.D.S in the fall of 2002. When Evan was first born, one of the things that came to mind was wondering what kind of activities we were going to do together, and just being able to see the other fathers and what they were able to do with their kids. I knew it was going to be okay.
I think you beat me in basketball. I think you made more than I did.
Just the joy that Evan brings to our life is incredible. His comedic timing is hilarious. When he was little, one story that comes to mind is he was trying to tell us that he needed a fork, and he kept saying 4, 4, 4, and we didn't know what he was talking about, and finally he grabbed me by the cheeks and said, silverware. And he was, very little at the time, sort of take it for granted sometimes that he's just an average kid.
What do you say when you go to bed at night?
I love you.
I love you too.
Why are they sad and glad and bad? I do not know. Go ask your dad. That's me. The D.A.D.S group to me, it means so much. It started off for me as a lifeline. It was some hope. We were told that our baby was gonna have Down syndrome, and it was really, really difficult for me to hear that. And I never knew anybody with Down syndrome. You fear what you don't know. So I kind of got the nerve up to go to this meeting, which I introduced myself, and they started clapping, which was really weird and wasn't what I expected. I mean, these guys were actually really thriving, and they really enjoyed their families and loved talking about their child with Down syndrome. I totally wasn't ready for it.
So how many years ago was that? Luke is how old now?
It was about 6 years ago.
So what have the last 6 years been like?
Dramatically different. As I was able to learn more about Luke and how to be a parent to a child with Down syndrome, it's really become a lot more typical than I think most people would really think of.
How does D.A.D.S help you appreciate more being the father of a child with Down syndrome?
So actually, one of the dads in the group has something interesting. He said he started off as a dad against Down syndrome, and then he became a dad that accepted Down syndrome to being a dad that appreciates Down syndrome.
Wow.
And I thought that was really an interesting evolution, because I think I kind of went through that as well. And when you get to the point where you're appreciating your son or daughter with Down syndrome, you're appreciating just everything about them and the special quality that they bring to a family.
It sounds like you've gotten a lot out of it.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, a ton. It's changed my life. In every meeting I've went to, I've learned something new. These guys are like my brothers, some of my best friends, and anytime I would need something, they would be there for me. It's good to go through life with friends like that.
6:30. We got a bunch of new guys here, and we got a bunch of guys that haven't been here for a long time, Daniel. I'm sorry, bud, I didn't mean to call you out.
Hey guys, thank you so much for being here tonight. We're gonna do introductions.
My youngest, Mia Francesca, she has Down syndrome. She's 13 years old, and she's a beautiful little girl.
My wife Val and I have a 15-year-old daughter, Caitlin, who has Down syndrome.
Hi, I'm Evan Odell. I have 2 kids, Sarah, who's 7, and Wyatt, who is 2, almost 3, and has Down syndrome.
Good question. It's your first meeting, right? Mm-hmm. Welcome.
It's a really wonderful opportunity to have the fathers from all the different stages of life to be there at the dads meetings.
We finish up with dad stories, which is just a time where you can tell a funny story or maybe talk about something that your kid did that you thought was really cool.
My son is 8. He's not very verbal, but as he's gotten older, he's gotten better with therapy and time, and he's literally never told a joke in his entire life. And we were at dinner the other day, and he did a knock-knock joke, and he's never told me a joke. I mean, you know, like, it was awesome. It really was super cool.
My daughter Andrea is a member of the National Honor Society. And there's only one. They didn't even ask me to apply. People think that people with intellectual disabilities cannot achieve any educational success. That's not true.
This is what I love about dads. We got all these people right here. And if we just keep on reaching out and connecting with other people, I mean, this is fantastic. This is what the dads is.
Ella, Enchanted.
It's so enchanted.
You like that one too, don't you?
Yeah.
I benefited from Katie, but she's benefited from me being in it. For one, the tolerance and patience and understanding that I've, learned. There was no release for me to have. And after this dad's meeting, it was a release. It broadened me. I can't thank dads enough for doing what they did for me because they changed my life. We came together for our kids, we stayed together for each other. Those guys are my best friends.
I definitely want to encourage you guys to come to the Hayride as well because, I mean, number one, it's a great event. It's super fun. So our Hayride event is for the families that have a loved one with Down syndrome.
Can Daddy help you write Luke on there?
All aboard, let's go on aboard! How are you guys today?
Oh,
We're
so
great.
good. It's just so much fun to see everybody all in one place, having a great time in the beautiful outdoors. I tell myself, man, this was the best night of the fall.
We definitely want people to understand that children with Down syndrome have a place in our communities, and that we really hope that people can accept them for the abilities that they have.
Katie is an amazing young lady. She can be the prom queen. She can do this. She can drive a car. She can get married. She can have relationships. She can do anything that anybody else can do.
This group has really helped me become a dad that appreciates Down syndrome. I appreciate Luke for who he is and everything that he's brought to my life. In fact, a lot of places we go, I'm not known as Chaz anymore. I'm just Luke's dad, and I'm okay with that.